The Land League was a national organisation, some 1,800 branches throughout the country, whose motto, if I can call it that, was the land of Ireland for the people of Ireland. Important on so many levels. For 1870, for example, just 3% of Irish farmers owned their own land. By 1920, as a direct result of the work of the Land League, 97% of farmers owned their own land. Davitt was invited to a meeting in Irishtown, County Mayo, in April 1879 by a man called James Daly, the editor of the Connaught Telegraph. From that meeting and a subsequent meeting in Westport, the Mayo Land League was formed and quickly subsumed into the National Land League, with Davitt as secretary and Charles Stewart Parnell as president. The Land League was a national movement. For the very first time, over 1,800 branches were formed throughout the country, all with that one common aim: the land of Ireland for the people of Ireland. They would try to stop evictions. They would help evicted persons. And again, we have photographs here of eviction scenes from that time.
This here in this cabinet is the Land League sash. We have the Maid of Éireann, we have Daniel O'Connor the Liberator, and if you look closely at the bottom, we have the Irish Wolfhound, and around its neck is the British crown, which represents the British hold over the Irish. These posters here, now, if you were seen in any way to benefit from your fellow countryman being evicted, you were completely ostracised, not just you, your whole family. So these were kind of like friendly warnings. The drums and the flute behind me here, the more noise the better when there was evictions happening or monster meetings. And we're very lucky to have these because these were found in a barn up the road that were going to be thrown out. Luckily, they seen Davitt band at the side. So in this case here is just a few of Michael Davitt's personal effects. So the first walking stick here, the gold top walking stick, this is when he received as a wedding present when he married Mary Orr. The second one here then would have been his everyday walking stick. And if you look closely at the top, it actually depicts the right hand that he lost. The cigarette case here, now we knew he smoked but he didn't drink, and we believe that's because of the Methodist education he received and also because his mother believed that drink was the ruin of the Irish people. This is a penknife he brought back from the Holy Land. This menu here is from the centenary of his birth that was held outside, and Eamon de Valera signed it. The GAA plate is to commemorate his involvement with the GAA, and then this here is just an example of his handwriting in the year that he died in 1906.
During 1880, the government of the time were processing what they called a coercion bill. A coercion bill was one designed to make the organisation illegal. Michael knew that, the whole leadership knew that. So in 1881, in January, Michael incorporated the Ladies' Land League to take over should the leaders be imprisoned. That happened. The Ladies' Land League took over, chaired by Anna Parnell, one of Parnell's sisters. The Ladies' Land League were, if anything, much better organised than the men. For example, they would organise huts to be built, huts they sourced from Dublin, and they would send to the evicted families so they could immediately be housed. These huts could be assembled and disassembled very easily and moved on to the next site. The ladies also attended Land League evictions, and they helped with providing food for the families, for the evictees, and indeed for the prisoners. The leaders were duly arrested, and in 1882, Charles Stewart Parnell signed what we now know is called the Kilmainham Treaty. That effectively finished the land war, not on terms that would have suited Michael Davitt particularly, and not on terms that would have suited Anna Parnell. Indeed, we now know that Anna Parnell and Charles fell out very badly over that episode and hardly spoke again.